welcome to Voices and Vibes, where the talk is real and we discuss controversial topics, man. And we back at it, man, again, man. You know what I'm saying? With something else new. I want to talk about a situation that I seen on Instagram. I think it was Instagram. About it was a situation where a woman bought her 16-year-old daughter Tesla. She got a Tesla for her 16th birthday, and the little girl, she was real ungrateful. Like, she was saying, like, the Tesla, I wanted a pink Mercedes, not a Tesla. I don't want a car that I can charge. I have to charge. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it was crazy to me because I was like, shit, $100,000 Tesla and $1,600 for your 16th birthday, and you, like, she just dismissed the whole thing. It was crazy to me. What y'all think about that?
Nowadays, these kids are very ungrateful. My mama ain't never bought me no car. Or let alone give me $1,600 and say, go spend it any way you want to go. I think our kids nowadays think they obligated. You know what I'm saying? We make more money than our parents back then. But kids nowadays, they obligated. They don't work they don't work to get the gifts. We just give it to them and make it appear like it's something when it's really nothing. Like, they're not even grateful for it. They didn't even work for it. So when you give it to them, that's what they do.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, "Oh, I can just walk." Me personally, okay, give my keys. I wouldn't have gave you $100,000. Give my stuff, and I wouldn't have gave you six. She gave us $1,600 just to spend. Give my money. You're right. Give me my stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What you think, Key?
I feel like, when you spoil the child and you spare the ride, that's the type of reaction you're going to get from your child, because they're going to expect, exactly what they want. So, hey, if you're raising your kid like that, you got to be prepared for that. But don't try to exploit them online like, oh my gosh, she's so ungrateful. Because I doubt that was the first time that she spoke about something she didn't want and they gave it to her. Like, this was just probably the first time that her mama decided to record it, if that's even actually what happened. Because, a lot of people, they'll come up with a skit and they'll be like, hey, we're going to do this because we know we're going to get clout from it. It's going to probably go viral, so we're going to do this and say this. Because how many videos do you see with parents giving their kids cars and stuff and they don't want it? You see that all the time. So it's hit or miss if you're going to go viral. And the way she sounded in the video sounded like it was fake. That wasn't no natural, regular reaction from a mother, especially a black mother at that.
Yeah, because we said give our shit back. I'm like, I ain't never seen my mama give no $100,000 car.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. My parents, they gave us shit that kids supposed to have. When it came to cars, you gotta get that shit yourself. We got too many kids to take care of. But in a way, when I just really looked at the video, in a way, it seems like that it could have been a skit. I don't think it was a real, actual video, that a real event. I think that was more like a skit.
And then the way it started.
Yeah, like, cause I was analyzing everything in a video, and I'm like, a 16-year-old $100,000 Tesla, the neighborhood, the other cars in the driveway. It really didn't make sense to me. I don't really know everybody's situation, how they move, whatever, but it ain't really seen that. I don't know, it didn't seem real to me.
Yeah, it definitely didn't seem real. It sounded scripted.
Yeah.
Even the child reaction sounded scripted. Like, it wasn't even no natural reaction.
And I want to say...
And the kid, he was prepared. The little boy?
Yeah.
He was prepared for what was to come, too.
And I want to say too that, cause people be like, oh, y'all just hating cause she bought her daughter. Ooh. If you buy with your kids what you feel they should have or want them to have, I'm speaking on the fact that all right. Here, we back, man. We back. Yeah. I got a question. That I want to ask the panel, and I also want to ask those who watching. The question is, they tell us we free. The government say it's a free society. We got our freedom of speech. We got all these freedoms, these privileges while living in America. And the question is, are we really free? Or are we just free with restraints? And if so, is that really freedom? What y'all think?
Well, I think, if we have freedom of speech, but it's all these restraints on what you can say or where you can say it, when you can say it, it feel like we don't have as much freedom, but I guess I would say as America, we still going through the process. It's not just like freedom from slavery. Everybody not free from slavery. In some states, they still have slavery. So it's like, it's a process. But it sucks. We in 2023 and we still don't have it, but we got to go through the process because everybody don't think alike. So we not on the same accord to make sure that we actually have full freedom of speech. They want to feel like they can control certain aspects of what you can say. Just like on certain social media platforms, you can't curse. You can't say this, you can't say that, or they'll delete your account. So
I think to talk about what Kiki talked about the social media, I think it's something they want to structure because if it's a lot of violence, negativity, they feel like the world gonna get more violent. So I applaud the people that do, no cussing, no nudity, no none of that. So I do, but nowadays I feel like because they can't physically beat us, they still mentally, we're not free. Only certain things that they feel like can cross or what it say across that they feel like it's okay to say, they let it say. But when we want to really say what we want to say and it's the truth, it's consequences for nothing though. But they can say what they want to say, they can do what they want to do, and it be okay. And all they got to do is apologize. You understand what I'm saying? When we speaking the truth or we speaking how we going through stuff, or like they just passed, I think last year they passed a law with the agents because they went in there and shot, somebody went up there and shot and killed a few agents. Sorry, I'm very sorry, but we've been first of all, we've been killing each other, but everything been happening to us for a long time. You understand what I'm trying to say? So what is freedom? I think freedom to them just feel like long as we not physically abusing, we seeing it. They still mentally abusing us. So mentally abusing us, we can't say what we really want to say. And when we say what we really want to say, we sound stupid. They call us stupid. When we woke. And if we had other people backing us up in our culture, then I think the barriers of what we say will be broken. Like they take Farrakhan off social media and he speaks the truth. He not racist. They take what's his name, the other guy that I like, the young one. They deal with Farrakhan, the one with the glasses.
Oh, you talking about RZA Islam?
Yeah, they took RZA and he just speaks the truth. You know what I'm saying? He's not racist. He's just speaking what's happening in the world and how we should change it. And they just don't take them off social. They don't just take him off social media. We go to, I don't like what he said. He's speaking the truth. That's what's happening.
right.
So I think they want freedom to justify things. Okay, as long as they don't see me physically abusing them, but they still mentally abusing us, and we can't say what we want to say. I don't feel like we're free. I just feel like we just going in the world and just living.
Right. But in the same sentence, I think it's important to have a little structure with what we can say, because just like when Trump was in office, he had freedom of speech, and guess what? It brought to the attention how much racism is still out there. And now you have a lot of Caucasians that probably wasn't super racist, and now because they liked what he said and just liking him as a person, now they feel like, okay, well, he was able to say this while he was in office, now we can start doing these type of things again. When Trump was in, they was having rallies, like slavery is like pieces of what we went through already was starting to repeat itself. But that's because he had the freedom to say this and that. And even if it's a black person, we could say something and then all black people just want to unite on that. And all black people are not open for equality. They just only for the black people. So then now you got a race war that can, start up, even though it's still here, but start up on a broader, platform rather than just us in private. So it's like you have to be kind of careful, especially when you're dealing with so many people, because we have so many people in this country. So you have to have a little bit of order to make sure things don't get out of hand.
Agree. And then not just freedom, it's how we say it and why we say it. Do we just say, oh, because we free, we can say whatever and make the world feel bad or do bad stuff because we free? You know what I'm saying? So
and then it's monkey see, monkey do.
My thing is freedom of speech is freedom of speech. Now, you can't be mad when somebody respond to what you said.
Right.
Because without speech, we carry a responsibility. Because it can influence someone or affect someone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But I think when the powers that be try to affect your livelihood behind the way you feel about a specific subject or a thing, I think that's when it becomes a restraint, meaning it's not freedom. Because if you can see, it's one thing of me saying I don't like this particular president or I don't like this particular pandemic,
right,
and what's going on within that pandemic.
Right.
And when I speak about it, you try to banish my social media,
right,
when you know that's a part of my livelihood or my influencer. For like we can speak on Kanye West. It's a lot of things he said that black people don't agree with. A lot of things he said that Jewish people don't agree with. But at the end of the day, he got his right to think how he want to think and say what he want to say.
Right.
Then when we try to, because you got to understand, when the government choose or social media, whoever the powers that be, choose to take money out his mouth, you're not just affecting him, you're affecting his kids.
Right.
You're affecting his family because of how he feel. Like he don't have a right to voice how he feel. When you go into therapy and you talk to a therapist, and first thing they gonna say, they gonna listen while you talk, because they want to see the root of why you feel the way you feel. They want to get down to the bottom of why you feel this way, and not just get down to the bottom of it to try to understand, to see your point of view of why you feel the way you feel. So why I don't think it's right to attack a person from their opinions,
right,
or their point of view.
Everybody don't put themselves in other people's shoes. They just want to respond and react. No, put yourself in the other person's shoes to understand why what you said affected them or why what you said they don't agree with. You have to be open to other perspectives and stop just thinking what you believe in.
Yeah. So
and I just want to ask y'all this, because you was talking about Kanye West. Okay, you're right about his freedom to talk about the Jews or our African Americans, how he feels about that. But do you feel like it's how he said it, meaning sometimes you can be disrespectful of how you meant it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right.
I don't believe in taking money out of nobody's pocket, but what I believe is, and that goes for any race. Like, is it how you say it, or is it because of the freedom of what we have?
I'm gonna say this. I think because our history is so dear to us, it's a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you speak out the norm, when it comes to our history, it can be took in the wrong way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, it's hard to tell a person how to perceive what they've been through or what they seen or what they witnessed or what they heard, because to be honest with you, none of us really know the truth, because we wasn't in that day and time. We only going by what was fed to us, and a lot of our history that was fed to us came from when we was we was in school, and it came out of Caucasian biblical texts, or their history and what they told us. So we getting secondhand, third-hand information about our own history. Because a lot of, if you look at a lot of black families, we not connected 3-4 generations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We only know about grandmother and great-grandmother.
Yeah.
A lot of times when we came about or was old enough, great-great-grandmother had already passed away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like only a few of us that's living either heard it from great-great-great-grandma theyself or some information that we learned along the way that's outside of family.
So you
So and a lot of people don't know too. Kanye West's daddy was a Black Panther.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
been vocal about that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't
he
think
got a different outlook.
Yeah, but I don't think it's what he's saying. I think is how he's saying it. Not. I'm just saying as a people. I'm just speaking as the people. Is how he's saying it, and they not because they used to him. Look, before Kanye West been in the limelight for how many years?
A long time.
A long time. He just started doing whatever he speaking up now. So they perceive him. Okay, this how you was 10 and 15 years ago, and you wasn't talking like that. Now you trying to. Now you. Oh.
Hey, hold that thought. We gotta take a reading question.
I'm ready.
Ooh, excuse me. So 401, that's when we gotta stop.
What is that? Oh, is college essential to getting a great job nowadays? That's the question.
Yeah. Is college essential
Essential.
to getting a great job? Is it necessity? Does it promise you a great job going to college? So my thoughts on that is, me personally, I think college is used as a scam. I think they benefit off us getting certain type of education. Like for instance, say if I want to go to college to be a lawyer, why? I think they have me taking unnecessary classes that I have to pay for books for. You know what I'm saying? Pay for those classes that don't have nothing to do with.
I don't fully agree with the lawyer because when you a lawyer, you need to be taking everything.
Because you gotta learn how.
You fighting with people freedom and this and that. I need you to know everything.
I just use the lawyer, but it's certain college courses you go to, and they have you taking classes that has nothing to do with what you going in your career for.
Right.
And I think that's actual more money. And then I don't think that a fucking book with 300 pages in it costs fucking $1,000, $600 to print that book that you be charging college kids for.
But now they can rent. They can rent them books, so it'd be cheaper, but still.
But they might need the books just to go back over their stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Half of them be using not Google. Quizlet. They don't even really just study all the time. They be on Quizlet.
I think college is used for certain jobs. I think you should go to college.
Quizlet is like where you can just look up the question and they have the answer. And it be the questions that actually be on the test and stuff. I used to use that in high school.
Oh wow!
I think.
Don't put that on us, y'all. Parents, don't put that on us. That was already invented. Do not put that on us. That was already invented.
I think as parents, we need to be critical in leading our kids down the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For us when to go to college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What to go to college for?
Yeah, and what to go to college for. And I think first and foremost, we need to instill the mind state and plant the seed in our kids' mind of ownership. Meaning, it's okay to go to college to be a doctor, but in your mind, have the seed planted to start your own practice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the suite don't cost that much.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. Now don't get me wrong.
But they don't want us to promote that because the hospitals, they want that.
But some people, we all do talk about ownership, but the fact remains some people don't want that burden. Like everybody don't want to be a supervisor.
Right.
Everybody don't want to be a manager.
Some people just want to work.
Some people just want to get their 401k build up and then chill on their retirement. But everybody's not made, or everybody don't want to be CEOs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But instill that option.
Yeah, that option I
Rather
think is
than
important.
just pushing that you need this.
We need to
get
instill
there.
that option, but now look at the world, like everything, eggs, bread. I get the kids because they don't like white bread. They like that butter or something. That bread, you know what I'm saying? Like, so do we live off of 9 to 5? Can we live off of 9 to 5 still?
Or instead of thinking, well,
That's
instilling
jobs
in
that
your
pay
kids to just buy certain stuff,
But enjoy
tell
it.
them like, hey, instead of just steady, just like me, I'd rather do it myself than pay for it. So instead of saying, oh, you need to go to the store and get this, teach your kids, hey, you can grow this yourself. You can make your own bread. You know, instilling that in their mind. That way, you know, if anything go down, like it's a shortage on eggs and all this stuff, you know, we won't be so dependent on what the government can provide us, because we can do it ourselves. We can grow it ourselves and make it ourselves.
So you feel like we're not
self-sufficient
sufficient no more.
Right, we not.
We ain't. Because I can say this because I remember my washing.
Because I'd rather go to the stove, honestly, than to buy certain stuff or do certain stuff myself. Like,
my son was like, I remember my washing man. Mama, I'm gonna wash you on your hand and then put the clothes in the dryer.
hand washing.
What are you talking about? Yeah, so we haven't become self-efficient now. Everything technology, everything is
we depend
easy.
on that.
So when everything's technology. Let's go.
What's his name? Chris watching.
I don't care who watching.
Okay, y'all. So in this next topic we're going to discuss is college essential to get a good job.
we had to start over. Sorry.
So I'm gonna start before I forget, because I'm quick to forget. But so I feel like college is not 100% essential, because in the time back in the day, it was very important, you know, for you to have a degree to do certain things. But we're in 2023. Times have changed. We have the internet. You can learn everything you need to learn online. So it's not essential to actually have to go to college to learn how to work in the field that you want to work in. So for me, I didn't go to college because I felt like there was nothing that I wanted to spend 4 years doing, because I like to do many things. I chose to learn the hard way. I chose to see what life was about and wait to find a decision of what I wanted to do in my life. So, you know, I don't feel like college is always essential. And then when you look at these different fields that people are becoming billionaires and all of this, half the time they don't have degrees. They just attained the knowledge that they needed from the internet, and they applied that to what they were doing for their goal, and it worked out for them, and they didn't need a degree for it. You know, even the artists that you see, rappers, singers, even some of the actors, they use their talent to get them the exposure they needed. But guess what? Now they invested in this and that, or they got businesses lined up for themselves, but they didn't need a degree for that, because they had the talent, they had the internet, or they had people that they were just networking with and knew.
So they built their craft.
Yeah, they built it. So it's not necessary for college and school. And some parents, especially like in the Asian community, because we speak about that all the time in the Asian community, and Africans, you know, they force their kids, you need to go to college, or they try to tell them you need to do this or do that. But it's like, give your children that freedom to make that decision. It's up to them. And you know, because everything don't require college. And if you a child and you an adult and your parent not paying, if they paying, I can kind of understand it. But if they not paying, like, stop letting them dictate what you choose to do in life. That's your decision. That's your life, and that's what you have to deal with. They don't have to deal with that. So do what you want to do so you can live comfortably and feel like you doing things actively for your life, rather than trying to please somebody else. Do what you want to do.
And if you do go to college, you need to go to college what's needed. I'm tired of all these extra classes. That's not needed. Don't put them in, and stop putting them in the schools because it's not needed. Take it out so they won't even.
And stop going to college for accounting when you.
You need to do an internship if you do go to college for that kind of. Do an intern. People don't feel like they need to do free stuff, but it's building your work ethic. It's building your things to know. It's building you to be around people like nowadays they don't feel like, oh, I don't need to do nothing free.
Right.
Yes, because when I did my trade, I had to do I think 2 months just free work, internship learning,
Right.
because I haven't got that learning experience. I wouldn't know how to do different things. I'm like, okay, God, I'm glad I knew what I need to know with my trade.
Right.
And so stop thinking you need to be paid internship.
Right, because most of them internships are free.
Yeah.
But these students, they don't want to do them because it's free, but
You
it's
gotta do it, though.
necessary.
Because
it puts you in certain doors that you wouldn't have been able to be in without that
and it shows
internship.
and it shows loyalty. I can trust you. I can
Right.
make sure this. So when
Right.
I know to go to you, not go to somebody just got out of
And
school.
you got credibility.
Yeah, you know what you're doing and why you doing it, and take this crap out that don't belong to the degree. If you can't better the world, take it out.
Right.
And I also put back trades in the school.
Yes, trades. Because if I would have knew about certain trades, I probably would have did that out
Why
of
you
high
take-
school. But
oh,
no, they just said college. A trade is very beneficial.
Very beneficial because you can lean on that and you can build your work ethic, and then you decide to go to college, you can still work and pay for your college tuition so you won't be in debt. They took it out. They don't need this, even to tours. They don't need this, but our money needs to go to the jails. Our money don't need to do it. They need to be helping these, but that's
Right.
how the government trying to persuade us.
And you know what I just found out about the jails?
What?
In Texas, I'm gonna just speak for Texas, but in these prisons, a lot of them inmates that do these jobs, they're actually not getting paid.
No, they don't. They don't.
And I thought, I literally thought, even though they was getting cents from what people say, but a lot of them are really working for free. They're not getting paid.
They
for
don't,
that.
because guess what? It's
That's
modern
crazy.
slavery. It's slavery. It's slavery.
All
It's
in
slavery.
Texas, all inmates
That's crazy.
work for free.
It's
Ooh.
You don't
modern.
get no money at all.
Nothing on your books.
No.
Nothing.
Wow.
But we
Guess
put
what they tell you they pay you with?
what?
Good time. But guess what?
The good
They
time.
don't even honor that, because when you have a certain sentence and your good time equals up to I think it's either half or all your sentence, you supposed to automatically be paroled out. But whenever you do have good time and you go see parole, they give you a set off. They have I think 5 different reasons where they give you, and they say it's one of these reasons why we gave you a set off.
Oh, wow.
And I can remember an old school cat, he was locked up 21 years, never had a disciplinary case in 21 years. They gave him a set off because they said he's manipulating the system. But you tell us to stay out of trouble to better our chances to make parole.
Right.
But when you have a situation like that, they say you're manipulating the system.
That's crazy.
So you're in a lose-lose situation. The thing about it is they don't want to parole you because each inmate, they get like almost $100,000 a year off each inmate funding for the prison system. So why would I want to take money out of my pockets to release you to the public?
And they treat you like slaves.
Yeah, they literally do, but it's in the law books that when you go to prison, slavery is an option.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
that's in the law books. That's the only way slavery is permitted in United States, if you in prison.
Wow.
Why you think whenever
They don't talk about that.
They're not.
why you think whenever
That's $1 trillion business. Why would I?
whenever they released the slaves, when they abolished slavery, that's when they created the
The
police.
jails,
No,
yeah.
they created the police departments.
Right.
Because when they wasn't to protect the public in first, they was to catch runaway slaves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, when they start catching runaway slaves, the seed was planted to now, whenever they abolish slavery, now we can use this to create another form of wealth. Because once we imprison them, now they legal slaves.
Right, because they made a lot of money from slavery.
Yeah.
So, okay, that
Texas
makes sense.
prisons, they don't have no outsource. They take care of their inmates. They grow the food. They
do?
you know your license plates on your car.
They make our license. I just see
prisoners.
Wow.
Prisoners make
Even-
your license plate.
even
some of y'all make some
Furniture. A
some
lot
I
of
can
this.
sell.
We make. You have a furniture factory in
Oh,
prison.
wow.
You have a knife factory in prison. Those stop signs.
even the patches for the police
Prisoners
officers.
make the stop
Wow.
signs.
Yeah.
All those railroad signs, stop signs, the different signs in the street come out of prisons.
Wow.
We make that for free. That's free labor.
Well, you're not in jail.
That's why. That's why.
We like.
But because I was a part of that
Right,
for
right.
12 years.
I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying is, it's free labor. Once you become a prisoner, that's why they give you a number. Now you are property of the state.
Right, you don't really have your own
You
rights.
don't have rights.
So our money is going
You
to
property of the state.
our money as American hoes going to
The government.
the government is sending to prisons that we can't help, but we can help our kids.
That's a private institution.
Oh yeah, a lot of
Prison
prisons are
is a
private. You're right.
A lot of people don't know. I'm gonna tell you something else. A lot of people don't know. One of the major shoe guys that most blacks wear, which is Jordan, he back up prisons. He
Michael Jordan.
he got stocked
Wow.
in prisons.
Wow.
Yeah.
He make money off of locking people up. He make money off of locking people up.
How you feel about that?
Walmart,
Okay,
a lot of these major corporations.
Can I
back-
Love Walmart.
How you feel about that one? Cause
I think-
African Americans, y'all buy Jordan.
Be quick on it.
So
Everybody buy Jordans, not just African Americans.
the majority of
yeah,
y'all is African. Okay.
I think because people wear Jordans all over the world, so I won't say the majority.
But she trying to pinpoint on why black
We
people
black-
are
but-
African Americans,
because-
why y'all comfortable with-
because you gotta understand. You gotta understand. Before Jordan was into the prison game, making money off the prison game, people were buying Jordans. The thing about it is, I don't blame Jordan for doing 12 years in prison. I got
Oh, he
myself
did?
there,
He did.
huh?
Nah, he said he don't blame Jordan for him doing
For me
Oh,
doing 12 years in prison.
Okay.
I broke the law.
Right.
Jordan ain't had nothing to do with it.
Right.
That's a business transaction for Joe. The reason it looked bad on him because it's a system that's programmed to lock black people up
Right.
that he benefiting off
Or
of.
do you
Right.
think
But you gotta understand too that I sympathize with why he probably did it because you gotta understand it wasn't a white man that killed his dad. It wasn't a Hispanic who killed his dad.
It was a black man.
It was a black man that killed his dad.
Oh wow. Did his daddy deserve it?
You know
What
what,
you
I'm saying?
mean?
No, they
Oh, my bad,
if I'm not
Michael.
mistaken, they robbed him and killed him.
Oh.
and do you
Now
think
it was rumors saying it was because of Jordan's gambling debt or some shit like that, but that's just a rumor. They haven't been confirmed. But
Oh.
I'm saying that. So I mean, it's a business for him, a lucrative business.
they would never stop? So
You
I
know
think
what
he
I'm
did it
saying?
because it would never stop. You know how we invest in
Hey, hold on, not to cut you off. Say that thought. We're gonna.
Okay, so since you've been to prison, I have a question. Because I have dated 2 people in prison. And I definitely have a question. Why
Good.
why when y'all are in prison, you know, y'all fall for women super quick? Is it because y'all just around men 24/7, even though it be female CEOs, this and that, but when y'all start communicating or talking to women in the free world, y'all fall in love within like a few days. I wouldn't even say a week, a few days. Now you like, oh, that's my woman. But it's like, why do y'all fall in love so quick?
or is it a front?
Right.
I don't think it's love. I think
It's lust.
I don't even think it's lust. I think it's loneliness.
Okay.
Being
Okay.
deprived of a woman, being deprived of companionship from a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, one thing about prison, it turns you into something that you don't know. Like, something you unfamiliar with. Because you got to adapt to the environment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To survive. And your only place you can relax is when you writing that letter to that woman.
Right.
Cause her words like brings you back to reality.
Do you say relaxed or vulnerable? I want to add.
I guess you can say vulnerable, being vulnerable in the letter because that's why. Cause you know women y'all fall for what y'all hear, and men we tap into that side of us when we writing that letter, because that's the only way we can really be relaxed.
So when y'all in prison, y'all fall for what y'all here too.
No, I think that's the lies they tell us.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't think we
It's the
falling for what
lies.
we hear. No, it's really not the lies, to be honest. He telling you how he really feel. But it's because that environment, like, you gotta understand, guys, when you in prison, you constantly on edge. You watching yourself. It's you in a state of survival. You're not
Right.
living in humanity
Right.
no more. You're in a state of survival. You can't trust nobody.
And you around a whole bunch of men.
Strangers.
Right.
And the worst of people in society.
Right.
My first cellie had 6 life sentences. The first cellie I had when I hit my form had 6 life sentences. So you like around people that's verified killers.
Right.
Not niggas that's in the world saying I'm a killer and I do this. Niggas that done it.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? So
What's up?
it's like,
No, let me stop playing.
so you know it's real.
Right.
And a nigga that ain't got nothing to lose. I'm in here until I die.
Right.
So why give a fuck about your life? Nigga, I kill again if you violate me.
Right. And if they don't want you to get out, I'm about to mess that up for you.
So, and it also, the sad thing about it, if I'm not a killer, it can turn me into a killer. Because
Right.
I'm not finna let you kill me. So if I gotta kill to survive, that's just what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Regardless of the consequences.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, if I do kill you to survive, in the end I'm killing myself, because now I got a life sentence for killing you.
And in prison, if you kill somebody to protect yourself, it's not considered self-defense.
But it should be though.
Right.
Cause
But
I,
sometimes I feel
not.
like it is.
yeah, if you try to kill me, I gotta kill you.
Now,
But I
the
ain't
thing
gonna
about
kill
it,
you.
it could be considered if you got the financial means to have a lawyer to go to court and
Right. And
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm
them
saying?
don't.
yeah, a lot of niggas.
How
You got a
many?
lot of niggas in prison don't even make commissary.
Ooh.
And they don't got no family support or
No
nobody
family,
on the
yeah.
outside.
Who gonna fight for you? And then,
Right.
and if you go into court by yourself with no, for once it's gonna be a court-appointed lawyer that's just trying to get a check once
With
he
they
get
brown
you to
jacket on.
sign.
Now some of them be
Full time.
good. Some
Now,
of them
one-
be
You
damn
had
good.
one?
in the
Nah,
court-
but when I was in the court system before, they definitely had a
Oh.
good.
You had a number.
Yeah, not I had a number, but I was a witness, and they had a good lawyer,
No.
and they got away with what they did.
They probably, no, I'm gonna tell you something. They probably just didn't have that much information on them. I'm gonna tell you how a court-appointed lawyer works. Once you sign for your time, they get paid.
By the
So soon as
state.
you sign, a check hit their account.
And they go on their tally of all the
You know what I'm
cases they
saying?
didn't won.
You feel what I'm saying? They don't. It's
So-
not even about them winning.
Right.
They don't. That don't come into play until you go to trial.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But a court-appointed lawyer is a lawyer that's appointed by the court,
Right.
meaning it's in your right to be given a attorney. That's your right to have a representative in court
Right.
if you can't afford one.
Right.
So they gonna give you somebody that just want to get a paycheck, somebody
Right.
that's fresh out
or
of law
trying to
school.
make a name for themselves.
Yes, I don't even think trying to make a name for
Oh.
themselves, just trying to practice law.
Right. They
They
practicing.
fresh out of
Right.
law school,
Right.
and now they getting introduced to the business.
Right.
So we gonna put you on clients to guarantee you a
right.
paycheck.
Right. So some of them, you might be their first case.
Yeah, and the thing about it,
So
going
like-
to trial is something they really don't want to do because it costs taxpayers
Right.
money. The courts don't pay for that trial.
Right. And they don't be having
It's
their fun.
taxpayers. Yeah.
That's why I'm trying to see why is all our money. We don't want you to. Why is all our money going to stuff that don't
because-
beneficiary to
no,
us?
Right.
It is when you think about it, because we pay for our protection in society. That's why we got police. All the tax and shit like that come out of our money to pay for that.
We do, but we got the bullshits.
Huh?
Right, right.
I mean,
I'm just trying to say we all
we
pay.
get
It's hit or
what we
miss.
pay for. We get what we pay for.
Oh, I need my taxes.
I need my money back then. I didn't pay for that then.
But the thing about it is, the hard thing is, even though we see crime, the police can't stop every criminal. We outnumber police. It's only a small amount of police that's patrolling a large amount of people. You gotta understand it.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 100 police officers in your region, they can only police what they see.
Yeah, like Woodland.
Well, if we paying taxes on it, then we should be able to vote to say if we want this officer to become an officer.
Right.
No, for the chiefs and stuff. But I'm saying when they in school, we should be able to vote and say if we feel like he should be an officer or not.
That sounds good to say that, but people have bias.
Yeah, you're right.
People have bias.
You're
so
right.
you can say this officer is good enough to be an officer, but somebody over here that don't like him for no
Like
reason
me?
gonna say he don't need. So you can't leave that in the hands of people. So
Okay.
us
But then
as
they
people,
not doing good
but
themselves.
but look,
Picking.
the thing about it is, us as people, we have the responsibility to appoint and vote people who we believe
Yeah.
have the discernment to pick good people as police
Well,
officers.
we ain't picking good, especially in Houston.
Because we don't vote where we need to vote. We so focused on voting at the top.
We don't need to. We need to vote.
But even when I voted in Houston or whatever for the local stuff, it was hard to choose.
But that's when you
because the candidates wasn't even good.
All right, so you're picking the lesser of the evils. The thing about it is,
But even the lesser of the evil don't even really benefit our people. So it's like, dang, we can't win for losing.
Because I feel that black people, we're not strategic with our voting. Voting, for once, you have to first understand that voting was never meant for black people.
Right.
First, we have to get that understanding. We just, throughout the years, became a part of voting.
Right.
Right? So people, they don't value our vote. They just use our vote as a numbers game.
Because it's more of them that vote than us anyways.
Yeah.
But they just include us just to say that. But
because we are
voting.
numbers.
Yeah, we not voting anyway, so it don't matter.
Our vote can be, we only give our vote power by, if you want our numbers, because numbers are power in the voting. So if you want our numbers, but in order to do that, we have to come as a collective, meaning a group. When the Asian community bring their vote, they come as a group, not individuals.
Yeah.
Right.
We
if
so
you
divided.
want our group, it's a total of 2 million of us in this community or this city. And we coming as a collective. If you want our vote, we need this to happen.
Right.
If this don't happen, you don't get our votes.
And we don't think like that because they
saw just
because they got a stimulus. Let's vote for Trump.
Look what we at now.
It's a business.
Look at you see.
Or just because Obama friends with
no, just because he was black.
Biden.
Just because
let's vote for Biden just because he seemed like he cool.
Yeah, it's a business. And the thing about it, black folks got to understand how to do business. We don't know how to do business. We think everything is about right and wrong.
No.
I think you should give this because you done this to us in our past. It's not about that. You have to learn how to do business. How they say, in order to beat a monster, you have to become a monster.
And then we don't want to learn from the white man either.
You have to learn business.
I wouldn't say we didn't want to learn from the white man. I said I do learn from the Caucasian. I don't want to teach you or him because I don't want you to feel like
you want to just keep it to yourself. Like I didn't learn from him, but I'm gonna keep it to myself. I'm not gonna pass it.
But that's stupid because if we all know, we can all go and vote and take our money in there.
You know where that sickness
but that comes from emotional. Go ahead.
No, that sickness comes from me wanting to be above you.
Right.
I want to be able to look down.
That way
on you.
they can be I got a connection that you don't have.
Yeah.
But
I want to be able to
though.
look down on you. That's why people do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to see you on the same level as me because now I got to view you as competition.
If we being honest, I feel like that's how Kanye thinks.
Yeah, I'm going to view you as
You think so?
trying to knock me off my pedestal. That's the way a lot of people think.
But it's not knocking, and I wouldn't say
instead of all right.
I wouldn't say.
I think our time up. We're gonna take a quick break.
We're gonna take a quick break.
And,
Thank y'all so much for following us.
All right, y'all. So now we're gonna talk based on the lifestyle of BBLs. Let's talk about it. So who wanna start? Or do y'all want me to start?
Yeah, I ain't gonna get me in trouble. I'm going after y'all.
Okay, so personally, I have people in my family who have got BBLs.
Me too.
And when they start speaking, you know, of course they very defensive. When they get these surgeries, they defensive on the reason why and X, Y, and Z. But majority of the people that I've spoken with who got BBLs, it wasn't because they were just unpleased completely with themselves. They were unpleased with the fact of how they look and how naturally, the way God created them, the type of attention they got. So it wasn't just, oh, I want this because I want my body to look like this. It was more of the way my body naturally look, I don't get that type of attention that I actually want. So I'm going to change this about myself so that a lot of men will come for me. Rather than, oh, I might have 3 or 4 men that are actually interested in me based off of how I look. So now I want a lot of men to want me, and I want attention, I want followers, and I want to be able to benefit financially from it. So let me change my body, and hopefully that's going to change that. But they not changing their mental or none of that. And they're not talking about the health risks they're going through. So it's just like, if I look the part, maybe the other aspects will come later on.
So, what you want to say, Sasha?
I'm not against BBLs. If you choose to get that. I'm against when you keep on going and you haven't fixed your confidence level.
Right.
Like your body look good. Cause I met a lot of women, but you done got your body done. You still not happy. It comes within. So I feel like before you go get the surgery, make sure your mind is right. After you get the surgery, work out, eat right, because you can't keep on getting surgery and surgery. God didn't make your body like that. But also when you get your body done, cause I met people that didn't have no kind of body. They attitude like, girl, just because you got your body done, that you still ain't got no man because your attitude. So women look at the physical appearance instead of the whole aspect of
In
why
the long term.
of why they getting it. I don't care if you get it, but change before you get it. Change your thoughts. Why you getting it is to understand why I got it, because I want to be pleasing with my body, and I want to understand why I like it. And like we say, it's for the man, yeah, but be ready for that man, meaning have your mental thought, because a man only physical attracted at that moment, only a little bit. After that physical attraction gone, I'm done with you, because you're not happy, you don't love yourself, you don't know how to do nothing.
You don't have the qualities that man actually want in a woman. You just got the image.
You just chasing likes, and you still not, you're not gonna be happy at the end of the day. And I don't care what, I don't need a man, I know. At the end of the day, I don't care how old you get, you're going to want your own man.
Right.
So if you don't fix your attitude in the way you treat, first of all, the way you treat yourself. So if you treat yourself good, you start to treat other people good. So that intersects, okay, my mental right, so my body look good, okay, good. So I'm on the perspective. Now I got my body done, now I can treat anybody any kind of way.
Right.
Because all they going to do is have sex with you. I see it all the time. All they doing is have sex with you.
Right.
And you wondering why you're not attracting the right man from you, because you're not happy with yourself.
Right.
And don't keep going back and getting the surgery. That means you wasn't happy in the first go.
Right. And before you speak, Roger, because I'm going to let you speak, I ain't trying to attack you, Hazel-Lee. I hope you see this. But for you to be on your deathbed, I think it was twice. From surgery, because I know when she got her breast done, she said something about her body was rejecting it, and she almost died. And literally, I think a month after that,
she went to go do it again.
She went to get another surgery. So it's like, you're not even valuing your life. You're just choosing, I'm just going to keep getting this done. And now you're wondering why the man you got wasn't really trying to be with you. He was going after the clout that you was going after. And you not happy with yourself. And because you're not happy with yourself, you're feeling like everybody is attacking you. No, they're trying to help you, because you're constantly putting your life at risk, and you have a child. So it's clear that you don't care so much about your child. You're putting what you want for yourself over your child, because if you die from that surgery, then your child is without a mother. Yeah. So it shows lack of confidence, character development. It shows lack of all of that. But instead of looking at fixing your inner self, you focused on, well, let me just fix this, let me fix that. But when you posting, you don't want to read the comments. You think everybody hate. No, we telling you, you look a mess. It's not us just talking trash. You look a mess.
In certain, and I'm go off, keep you in certain, so you can finish. In certain things, we don't have to fix as black women.
Right.
Like certain features, when I see why you got, you don't have to do that. Because this is already, like, if you want to, you know, you got a little baby, you didn't get, cool, no problem. But when you going to do this and
they be so defensive. Oh, my face this and that. No, we telling you because we see that. We know how a natural face looks, so we know that you done got Botox.
And if you feel like that means you drinking too much, or you stressing too much,
Right.
or you ain't getting enough time with yourself, you not minutes. So your face structure, like when I was drinking a lot, I was looking dark. My neck was like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Once I started to really love myself and work out, my face started getting more clear. My neck wasn't.
Right.
I had one. Now I got one neck. I got one neck. But it comes with the working on yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of this thing we just want to get started because we ain't worked on ourselves. We're going to get this done and then it's back like this. No!
And when you work on yourself, you slow down the aging process.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm whatever you choose to do on your body, I just feel like it should be healthy. You shouldn't continue to do it. Just work on the healthy habits to keep it maintained.
Right.
Because when you get all that, like I used to love, what's that girl on Love Hip Hop? I don't even rush Love Hip Hop. I just seen her because my sister-in-law showed me. What's her name? The one that used to marry to Safari.
Erica Mena.
Ooh, I couldn't. Baby, I used to watch. Baby, when I seen her, I said, why? No. I didn't care about her getting the little things done, but when she started doing this,
She looked stuck.
I was like, no, because she didn't need that.
Right.
I think women, we try to please the people that don't give a fuck about us. They don't give a fuck, so why you try to please yourself? You
And
was
then
already,
they lose sight of how beautiful they actually are because they thinking, oh, well, he might like if I look this way or that way when they really be beautiful.
yeah, like you doing too much. Like we try to go for the way other people feel nowadays. Like I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna get, and then be. No, black people don't need
They
all
looking
that.
like they on their deathbed.
No, we don't need all that. Now, if you want to tuck here and cool, no problem. I understand that, but change your diet, change the way you think about yourself. But don't go in there.
Oh, I got a wrinkle here, fix this. Or I got this there, fix this.
And black people don't age like that, so we don't get all that. We age when we stress our own self out. We age when we drinking, when we doing all these drugs, when we eating Burger King, Whataburger, and dealing with these fuck niggas.
Right.
Because we chose to deal with these fuck niggas. That's when we age. But when we doing a good path, we look good like
Right.
Angela Bassett. I just seen her. I said, God damn.
And they be insecure, but they don't want to admit to it.
Shit. I want to be like her she's 60-something years old.
Right.
She ain't stressing. She ain't. Look at her. But we go to book. Okay, we want to ask y'all, why do y'all, because y'all parade, then we're going to ask you a question, you a just feed off of it.
Right.
Why do y'all make it like it's a it thing when it's really not? You understand what I'm trying to say? Why y'all like make it?
On what specific?
Changing
Your body look.
Yeah.
Your
I don't
body,
think-
not your face, your body. Like y'all make women feel like they gotta have the biggest booty, the biggest titties.
Y'all make women feel like only if you have slim or small features in your face. Like, yeah, women now, they want big eyes, they want big lips, a small nose.
You know what,
Strong
you know what y'all
cheekbones.
doing. You know what y'all doing.
What we doing?
Y'all making me in the blame. For
We
what
not
you
make.
do.
I know.
We asking a question.
I'm just saying because I'm just going by the way it sounds to me as a man. It's like y'all pointing to us. It's like y'all blaming us.
No,
for what
because
y'all
like
do.
you say,
But y'all say
women look
shit.
for men for attention and this and that.
But
So we
that's
trying to
not
ask
our fault,
why
though.
y'all like that
We-
so much
we
because
didn't-
insecure
But
women want to
no,
please y'all.
I think,
and they want y'all attention.
I think men only like what women show us.
What?
We like what we like. Just like y'all like what y'all like. If that's what y'all show, it's just like I don't understand why women get mad when a man shoot at the pussy. But if that's all you showing me, if that's all I'm seeing you in that fashion, what else I'ma shoot at? You only giving me pussy. Every time I look on social media, you twerking. You got tight clothes on, you this, you that, and everything revolves around sex, and you mad at me for addressing what you showing me.
Because men, y'all don't speak more on the fact that y'all want a woman that's mentally on a certain level or carries herself this way or that way.
So if we
y'all make it seem like y'all only want the body or a certain type of look.
A man,
The majority, not the minority.
a man lusts off what he sees.
So everybody will.
That's a woman fault not understanding they prey. See, the thing about a man is we hunters, so we understand our prey. We understand
So
what
y'all
we
be
gotta
manipulating
do.
these women.
No, it's not manipulation.
Oh,
that's
wow.
that's a term you use to attack the man.
Oh,
We just understand our prey as hunters. We
so this
know.
a game for y'all. This a sport.
I mean,
No,
you
not
can
me.
look at it as a sport, but we hunters by nature. We had to hunt for everything we want. You know what I'm saying?
So
We
y'all
had
be
to
hunting for
go-getters.
something that y'all don't really want in the long term, only in that moment.
We are visual creatures as men. So we like what we like. If you showing me something, I have a choice to like it or not as a hunter.
Ooh,
If I
that's cold.
like it, I know what it takes to go get it because I understand my prey.
That's cold.
So
y'all.
that's why
You know what I'm
women
saying?
they do the preparation
That's
because
nature. You
you're
can't blame the crocodile for getting the fucking elk or the hog that comes by the water. You come in my territory, it's my choice to choose to bite or not.
So it's
That's
women
my
fault
nature.
for changing themselves for what y'all want at a young age rather than what y'all want when y'all are older in the long term.
It's a woman's fault because she don't understand her
It's
prey.
y'all fault.
You don't understand your prey. I'm not finna come to the same woman with the same game. If I see a freak over here that's an easy process, I'm not gonna hit her with the same game I use to try to find a wife. Because I understand my prey.
But then
I know
y'all,
what I'm dealing with.
but then y'all,
Mixed signals.
and it's very because then you say the freak, you tell the freak that you want to move in with a man. I didn't seen
Right.
it.
You don't want it.
I didn't seen it.
Well, the thing about it is because men understand women fall for what they hear.
Ooh.
So
Men
y'all fake.
understand.
That's evil.
That's
You
called
can-
fake.
I mean, you
That's
can call
called
it
fake.
Yeah.
to try to.
That's fact.
No.
Because y'all manipulating, y'all
No,
manipulating.
no,
Y'all manipulating and
no,
trying to act like
no.
that's not what y'all doing, but that's what y'all doing.
No. We are hunters. When you go to the deer, when men hunt for deers, they don't go up to the deer and say, "Let me catch you." No, you do what it takes to catch the deer.
So if y'all are hunters, what are women? Pray, just pray.
Y'all, to be honest, y'all are.
Oh wow! No, hold on.
Because
Hold on.
women made it like that.
Okay.
Y'all made it like that because y'all not easily captured. We have
Not.
to study women.
Not.
We have to know what women want.
So y'all
what
go
they
after
look
what's
for.
easy.
Huh? No. Men will eat what's easy. That's just like you can't tell a homeless dude to go for the turkey when a sandwich is in his pack. He's gonna eat what he eats.
Right.
You don't know better until you do better. You know what I'm
Dang.
saying? You don't know what's good for you until you find what's
So
good
women
for
stop sacrificing your youth
You
to
know what I'm
please a
saying?
man
A
that's
man
gonna
gon-
want something in 10
you.
years.
See, that's the
Something
difference.
different.
See, that's the difference between.
They gonna want one like this,
That's
like
the
this.
difference between older
Here
women.
you go, Kiki.
That's the
A
difference
roll.
between older women and younger
This
women.
what y'all want. The
Older women understand that men gonna be men
So y'all want this right here.
because they didn't the shit.
They want
that
us like how
younger
we are
women
today,
doing.
covered up and
No, that's not it. We want women to be respectable. You know what I'm saying?
so they only chase the hoes when they're young, but that's not what they really
What
want.
women gotta understand is
I still see them
the women
40
y'all
still
have
chasing them.
because look, y'all
50.
women have a tendency to think when men set guidelines, oh, he trying to control me. But if you was a wise woman, you'll understand that the woman that a man set guidelines for is the woman he's interested in
Okay,
and
that makes
willing to
sense.
work. That's showing that he cares.
Okay.
If I don't care about, I don't give a fuck what you doing.
But
I just want
sometimes
the
it's
pussy on the
manipulation.
table
But
when I
sometimes-
want it.
But you gotta have
But
discernment to
sometimes,
know.
yeah, sometimes it's a control issue.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the same way a man can recognize what he want, I think a woman can recognize what she want. I think that women know when they deal with men that cause y'all good at categorizing men when y'all deal with them. I know.
Some of us.
I know.
Right, some of us.
Some
Not
of us.
all.
He just dick on the side. Or him, he can be a potential mate.
Right.
Or I could just go
Or
hell.
him, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have that discernment to do that. Y'all know, and men.
But
do
we
that.
act stupid when we like a certain one more than the other, so we just like we forget what we really want.
But that's y'all fault. That's not men's fault. Men, we know. Men know one thing I can say. Men
What
know.
y'all think?
We know
Tap in.
when we looking for a wife. Men know what to look for.
What are y'all thinking?
You know what I'm saying? Now y'all can say men are manipulators and shit too, but
'Cause
guess
y'all
what?
are.
But
We
guess
can
what?
say that one.
I think it's more women that are manipulators than men, because y'all the one that's looking for security.
It can go both ways.
We just,
Joe can.
men. I think we just looking for a good mother that's attached to good sex.
Well, we not y'all mama.
Right, and that's sad.
No,
That's
see,
sad.
and that's the lack of y'all thinking. We're not looking for you to be a mother to us. We're looking for you to be a good mother to our kids.
Hold on, let me
In
stop.
this generation,
She
they
looking
looking
for a
for
mama.
mama.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
no,
they looking
no,
for
no.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why the women are becoming
Yeah.
the providers, and men
No.
ain't never
No.
had their own
No,
crib.
no.
Half the time, don't have a car.
See, I like how y'all try to put it on men is a plural word.
In
it
this
mean multiple.
generation,
No.
that's facts.
It's appropriate for you to say the men you encountered or the men you attracted.
The majority
Because
in
every
this
man don't-
generation
no,
are like that.
No, the majority of men you attracted, because guess what? Women like to say all men when you only see a certain amount of men because of your attraction to
Versus
men.
y'all, yeah.
You only attracted to a certain amount of men.
And it go
So
both
you can't
ways.
put that burden on every man.
Hold on.
No,
Let me
And
stop.
it go
no.
both ways.
Let me talk.
When it come down to it, a man will fuck every woman before a woman fuck every man.
Let me talk.
When it come down to
And,
it.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
want
I
to talk.
agree with
You say what? Repeat what you said about women. Okay, say I done seen it. I done seen a good girl, good one, pretty. She might didn't have it, pretty. Had all the standards. I done seen it.
And what you think. And what you think.
No, what a man done said. No, I said.
No. You said she have all the standards in what you think
No,
she
I
has.
not what I didn't know. I didn't even know.
Because what you call good standards may not be what a man
Hold
looking
on,
for.
I didn't
Half
know.
the
Let
time,
me talk
men
to
don't
you.
even have standards.
Let me
Y'all
tell
just
you,
be
I
saying
didn't know.
stuff
I
just
didn't.
to talk.
I didn't seen 3 women. I asked a man. I didn't act like close men that's close to me because my side of the family got more boys. And I asked them why you didn't say, oh, because she couldn't drop it like it's hot. But all the standards you needed, cooking, cleaning.
Right.
So you telling me that one thing you couldn't teach her?
Right.
Right, and then
See,
the
look,
one that
this-
do know how
The
to drop it
one
like it hot
can't
don't
do
have
nothing else.
Yeah, they don't do nothing
But
else.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something that I think a lot.
Y'all don't like to take accountability.
I'm gonna say a majority of women, I think, don't have. Y'all so into what I get out the deal. Me. If you know what I'm saying, y'all don't never think about what the man actually wants.
I know her. She
Y'all think of
like what she see.
what y'all think of what
Cause she a church girl too.
look, y'all think of what y'all think a man wants. Y'all never sit down and ask what's gonna make you happy.
But
in this
y'all don't really
situation.
know what y'all want half the time.
You don't know that. No, we
Hold
do
on.
know what we want. All men know what they want.
What?
All men know what they want.
Oh,
Now, all men may not be.
you a lie.
I feel
No,
concerned.
no,
I'm concerned about y'all.
no.
If that's
No.
the truth, I'm concerned.
All men know what they want.
So why y'all
the
choose what
problem
y'all
is
don't want?
all men not honest or upfront about
Okay.
what they want.
Yep, some of y'all
But
not
all
honest.
men know what they want.
So
Cause
why
we
y'all
simple
settle
creatures.
then? Why do y'all settle for stuff y'all don't want if you know what you really want?
No, because the
What-
thing
that
about
makes
it
no
is,
sense.
the thing about it is,
How
you
y'all
gotta
feel?
understand.
But you can't attract what you really want, so you just pick what you can get.
No, you see this. A lot of times that's true for men. To be honest with you,
That's sad.
because women are so picky on their mate.
That's sad that
And
y'all
a lot
put
of
attack women
look,
for doing
but no, the thing about it is because women have a heavier responsibility because y'all choose who y'all mate is. Y'all choose to submit to whatever man y'all want to settle down with. Y'all have that option. Men, we really don't.
that. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only a selective few of men who do. The prestigious men that have the finances to be able to say, I want you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they know they can provide majority of what that woman want. That's important to her. You know what I'm saying? But every man don't have that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of men do settle because they don't have that option. You may look at it because you looking at it from a woman's point of view, like why should you settle? Because you looking at it because you have the option.
But why
to
y'all
pick
don't
and
speak up
choose.
about that? What y'all insecure about that?
Because no, it's not insecurity. Men we learn how to adapt to our environment. You as a man, you have to adapt. You can't complain about what's happening to you. You have to adapt.
Right.
And you have to adapt. It can be 100 men come up to y'all a day and talk to y'all, and y'all have the option to not choose now one of them. But a man don't have that option because a man want to have children at a certain part of time in his life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, in a way, time is running for certain men too, because even though we can have kids until we die, but you don't want to have a kid when you're in your 90s, 80s, 70s.
You gotta have a surrogate.
You know what I'm saying? you wanna, you know what I'm saying?
If you're not shooting blanks.
You want to be young enough to raise your kids and be physically fit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, with men, we understand that we're not going to find no perfect woman. We got to find what we can deal with. With women, I want to find the perfect man. And if he so happen don't have this part, we can work on that.
Right.
That's the difference between men and women. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? Unless you a man that got it all. Niggas like Jay-Z and Puff and shit like that. But every man not like that.
Right. The majority don't.
The 1%.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got to understand that the way women look at men now, if you ain't got this, nigga, you ain't worth my time. If you ain't paying bills or if you can't take care of me, you ain't. And how many niggas, we already know statistics of niggas that make over 100,000 a year.
But y'all ain't trying to become that.
But the thing about it is,
everyone can't.
It ain't that everybody can't be.
They can. They just don't want to do it in the field.
No, it's not that.
They're
it's
not like you said. Remember when
everybody
you said,
can't even.
You remember you said. The quote of the day is, community is much more than belonging to something. It's about doing something together that makes belonging matters. So building something that matters, not just together. So how do y'all feel about the quote?
One more time, read it again.
Community is much more than belonging to something. It's about doing something together that makes belonging matters.
I think that's good. I think that's what black people don't have though, is community building. You know, I think as a whole, because you know, you do have some people in the community that try to build, but I'm saying as a collective,
Yeah.
I don't think we have that. And I think that's the only reason why we not ahead or much farther in the world or in life as we should be, because we don't have community as a collective. Everybody is for self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a big part of our downfall.
Right. And what's crazy is that's how people live, but that's something they complain about. They want
community.
You know, they want community. They want to be able to just go to their neighbor, hey, this and that. These are things that we want, but it's so hard to have the discernment to know if it's okay for me to be friends with this person, or just even in a community, oh, my kids can play with your kids. It's hard to determine if that's something that you should do. So instead of stepping out and trying to do it, they oppose to it. Because you know, in the Caucasian communities, a lot of them are actually united. They have mommy-child dates and
but they not
this and that. And they're more united with each other and actually help each other as a community, rather than us. Oh, I don't trust you. Oh, I think you want my man.
And to go off what Kiki said, I think we try to say, because the last few weeks I've been building community. Not talking about Herbalife, just building a foundation of community and letting the ladies know I think we meet somebody, we want to put everything on them at one time instead of getting the connection. Like, okay, they was like, oh, what we doing now? We gonna enjoy this. Before this one was even done last time, what we doing now? We just gonna enjoy each other time right now. And then we're playing the next one. I think we try to put so much on each other, and then we get so much or tell so much, and then it be broken.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what we need to work on. So I understand that quote. I like that quote.
Yeah, I think we should, and community is needed, period. Because people, I got to know technology, it makes us it makes us smarter in building and where we got to go. But like communicating with each other, I be like when I meet people, I'm like, oh, you sound dumb. You just be in your phone. Like, they think this is the way that it is, and it's not.
But you got to also understand that everybody has their maturity point. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one while where we wasn't thinking like we thinking now.
Right.
So some people mature in certain areas faster than others.
Right.
You know
and some people not willing to mature in other areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but community is needed until the world goes. It shouldn't be changed at all.
Right.
Because that's when we get to grow, we get to learn from each other, we get to laugh, but not and when you first meet, don't throw all your problems and everything on somebody, because that's
gonna push them away.
I was like, hold on, we here for life coaching. You didn't throw all this on me at one time. Let's fix your finances first. Let's fix this first. Then the next thing and the next thing. I said, because I'm starting to know your personal business and I'm in your personal business that I don't want to be in.
Right.
Yeah, so let me fix the stuff that I can help you fix, because I can't help you fix that. Y'all gotta help y'all fix that. I think we just try to, and then when the community is not built, we don't think, oh, I told too much information. You did.
Right.
So we here to just to build, have fun, and in certain things we're gonna disagree and to agree, and certain people you're gonna connect with where you can tell your personal business, but it's certain things you tell. Like, I was listening to Albert Einstein. He gave you the 4 things that you shouldn't talk all about, like your family. Like, if your family problems, like if I have my own family, we going through something, I shouldn't be going to tell certain people.
And if you're not ready and willing to fix whatever the issue is, why are you steady telling people and complaining about it?
Yeah. So it's all, because if you really want a community, all those things, you got to fix your own problems, and when we come together, we build, and you bring, and it flourish, and you fix your problem. Now you throw all your stuff on there, and then you wonder why the community not build.
We need to be coming up with
why
solutions.
You mad at somebody because they doing good and all that? No. It's for, like you say, solutions, building, understanding, disagreeing to agree, and no emotions towards building a community, because we all have our preferences. Yeah. That's it.
And with that being said, this is Voices and Vibes. Deuces.